Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative under Thoughts on Education by collegenet.com. Today we have with us architect Alka Tawari, the principal at CTES College of Architecture, Mumbai. Welcome to the show, madam.
Thank you, Aditya.
Yeah. I would like to begin this session by enlightening our audience with a brief introduction of yours, ma'am. Architect Alka Tawari is the principal at Chembur Trombay Education Society College of Architecture, Mumbai. She has over 35 years of professional experience in architectural design and management of projects, along with teaching. She graduated with B.Arch from MACT Bhopal and ME in Construction Technology and Management with distinction from the prestigious MITS Gwalior. Architect Alka Tawari has been invited as a speaker in multiple conferences and seminars across India. She was also invited as a jury at the Illinois Institute of Technology, USA in September 2014. Apart from teaching young and aspiring architecture students, she has designed and managed multiple projects across the nation. To name a few, the 2 lakh square feet E-Square at Pune, one of the first multiplexes in India, a 108-room star category hotel at Chennai and Vijayawada, the Ashok Gardens at Sewari, Mumbai, which is a 30-story twin-tower residential complex. This project was awarded a platinum rating in 2018 by IGBC, the Green Residential Society's rating system. We are really happy to have you, ma'am, today.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. So, beginning with the interview, my first question to you for the day is, being the principal of CTES College of Architecture, if you could just elaborate on your roles and responsibilities towards students, ma'am.
Yeah. So I believe role of any educator is to inculcate values and morals to their students. We at CTES believe very strongly in teaching our student professionalism, which actually becomes the base ground for being ethical and being moral. These are the two things that we try very hard to inculcate in our students. My roles generally happens to be of administrator also for the college, and I try to bring in systems so that the institution is not person specific, but when it becomes system specific, then people become their roles can be interchanged. So that's what I've been doing in college. So that is the answer to your question.
Wow. So moving ahead to the next question, how do you strategize about the key programs and plans for marketing and administration of your school, being the principal of CTES College of Architecture?
Yeah. So we believe in doing hard work, and we believe in promoting our work as the mouthpiece for the promotion of the college also. To tell you something, very recently, we started EMARC program also last year, and our 3 students have topped the university exams. So what we do is we generally have this program on social media where we kind of promote the college, talk about it, achievements and qualification and everything we talk about in that. So we generally do that, and other than that, we try that our students become our publicity people and they talk about our college. So that's what keeps happening, and till date we're doing all right. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So this brings me to the next question.
Yeah.
Could you please elaborate on any extracurricular activities or programs which the institute has to enhance the skills of the students, or rather expose them to real world challenges?
So architecture is actually a technically creative field where we have to be creative and we have to be technically also very strong. So what we do is we generally have some wonderful electives where our students try their hands-on skills. They try to work with resin, work with wood, work with metal upcycling. So generally, we try to inculcate the values of eco-friendly designs. So they work with lot of materials hands-on. We have a wonderful lab We ask them, we encourage them to indulge into photography also. So most of the time, though we hire a professional photographer for our programs, but our students themselves take pictures. So these are a few of the things that we tell them and we encourage them to do. We ask them to think out of box. We encourage them to take participation in various competitions that happen across the globe. And our students have been doing that. And last year we encouraged them to send to UN mock assembly that happens for the students. And our students won accolades there also. So it is generally a kind of, the feeler is sent to students, and there are people who pick it up and they go all the way. So that way we try to bring the professionalism, and we try to develop their personalities. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So this brings me to next question. How does the curriculum of the college ensure that the students are being prepared for the future and are industry ready?
Yeah. So the faculty, any college consists of three components: student body, faculty body, and the management, which is running the college. And thankfully, all the three are in right proportion in this college. So we generally do brainstormings, heavy brainstorming, all the faculty members. It's like, a marathon goes on for 2 or 3 hours when all of us come together and think about what kind of problems should we give to our student. So architectural design is our major program. And this year, since pandemic had come, we realized that the buildings cannot be for single use. Like now residences have become offices are empty, colleges are empty, but the homes have become the classrooms. So there are multiple usage of any space that is required. So we designed the odd semester, that is the first semester of the year, as hybrid design, where you take 2-3 programs and merge them together in a single building. And we tried that, and the results were very good. Actually, students also enjoyed their working, and they were really happy to work on this hybrid design solutions, which was a nice thing. These are the things we try generally to do to prepare them about what is coming in future. And that's why the readings are promoted. We generally give them a list of reading. We generally give them a list of buildings that they should do. Also, we tell them a few movies that they can watch for that particular type of architecture. So that is how we generally prepare them. And then we ask them to do research on the futuristic material technology, because architects are now doing wonderful research into building materiality. What kind of glass one should use, which is energy efficient, which is low cost, low E. So these are the things we ask them to do research, and every day we are improving ourselves. So this is how we try to make a futuristic design curriculum.
Okay, ma'am. So moving on to next question. So how do you try to bring in a practical approach towards the students and try to make it industry oriented?
Yeah. So like when you read my resume, I come from profession, and there are two things in education. You can be professional, like in medical. It is generally a combined thing. You are a professional and you are doing teaching also. So you are associated with one hospital and you teach to your student. In architecture, generally this segregation is very distinct. So people who are in profession very rarely have the time to come into teaching. But luckily for me, when I got the chance to join this college, I decided to jump into education. So the professional approach or the thinking about profession is already there with me, and I know what industry demands. And generally, that's why our thinking, our lectures, our discourses are always about how the world is going to be once you graduate from it, from the college. This is not a safe cocoon that you can continue for a very long time. So we generally prepare them for professionalism, and also we tell them that there are some particular things about architectural profession which we generally discuss amongst ourselves as faculty members, and we come to a point, okay, this is what we have to give. So that's how we prepare them for the profession that they are entering into.
Okay, ma'am. So in continuation to the previous question, how do you help the students to cope up with the competition being so high in the outside world?
I believe that competition is always with oneself, not with anybody else. And this is what I tell my student also. If I am a better human being than I was yesterday, I have achieved something. And if we keep on this competition or the rat race is something that world has created. It is all superficial. Look at the example of Barack Obama. He was just nobody, and he became president of United States of America. If there was this rat race, how come this guy could jump to the most highest position? So the rat race and this competition happened for, I should not be using bad words, but probably for the mediocre people and mediocre thinkers. If we are working on our own, and if we are sincere about ourselves, we are continuously trying to evolve ourselves into a better professional, into a better human being. Mm-hmm. And if we do that, the competition is with myself only. I'm not looking at someone else to tell me that, oh, this is good, do this. That's where the peer pressure comes in. So if people are strong, and if they know that peer pressure is nothing, but it's a very, very artificial thing, which has been created by certain people for their own advantage. One can, get out of this rat race, and one can keep on improvising oneself. Mm-hmm. So that's what I don't believe in these rat races, and one has to do 100% always.
Okay, ma'am. So my next question to you is, how does the institute enhances the skills of the faculties and prepares them according to industry standards to train the students?
Yeah. So any college which has a strong faculty is always going to, be regarded as a good college. This is my strong belief. Infrastructure is something like, like fashion. You wear nice clothes and you automatically look good. But if your inner core is not good, then these flimsy things just fall apart. So I believe very strongly in very strong faculty, and luckily for us at CTES, we have a wonderful faculty team. Wonderful means really, really good faculty team. So we encourage them to write papers and present these papers in national and international conferences. A few of them have been involved in writing or editing a few courses also. A few have been involved in translation work of the educational thing. So that's how the faculty is very strong. Other than that, they are encouraged to take part in the faculty development program that Council of Architecture does from time to time. So most of my faculty members have gone and attended this faculty development program. So they are taken off from their work, and they're given 7 days of, going to a program and not working in the college. And they do that. Invariably, every year we send 6 to 7 faculty members for this faculty development program. We ourselves organize. So last year we organized a faculty development program where a lot of people from other than Maharashtra also came and joined us. So this is how one can keep on improvising. The one more thing is, which is very interesting, is we try to collaborate with people. So last year we collaborated with 2 other colleges for an international conference, which became a big thing. If you are aware about architecture, or people who are listening to me, they're aware about famous architects. Then we had invited architect Fumihiko Maki from Japan for his keynote speech. Listening to such masters itself is a wonderful thing. And this is how we do. So we did that one last year. And this year we collaborated with another institute for another international conference, which was in the form of webinar. But we did a 3-day webinar with another institute. So collaborative efforts are always good, where the team becomes very strong, people start knowing each other, and people can take advantage of the larger talent pool that is available. So these are the things we try to inculcate in our faculty also.
Okay, ma'am. So moving on to next question. What would you like our audience to know more about Institute which they may not know?
Yeah, so ours is a new college, Aditya, and we are just in our 7th year of running. In these 7 years, we have progressed leaps and bounds. Actually, we have done so much of wonderful work that because the main reason was because we were new, and there were a lot of established colleges, so nobody knew us. So we started taking part into the local festivals that were happening. So Chembur Festival is one thing. Since we are situated in Chembur, our students are encouraged to take part in Chembur Festival, and they generally get into these corner designs, or they paint corners, or they adopt to certain things where they're seen by public also. So these are the things. Like I said before, that 3 of our MArch students are university toppers. That is a wonderful thing, and we generally are committed towards imparting value-based education to our student, and that's what I would like everybody to know.
So my next question to you is, what do you see as the greatest strengths for CTES College of Architecture?
Yeah. So like I said before also, that any college, or any, for that matter, any industry requires, there are components. So in educational institute, management is very important. If management starts hampering the educational process, then education cannot happen 100%. So we are very lucky that we have a very, very proactive management who are always trying to give more than what we require. That is a wonderful thing. So we have to just put up one request that this is what is required, and they say, okay, you need anything else. That is one good thing. They always support us, and that's how the college is growing so well. Second thing is body of faculty, which, like I said, that it's a homogeneous mass here in CTS College of Architecture. We are so thick with each other, so thick that that lean on, or trying to ask for work doesn't happen. They see the work and they jump. Oh, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and that's a wonderful thing. To tell you, today we have our cultural fest going on. Our vivas are going on, and imagine, I can spare 1 hour time to talk to you. So this is how things have become over a period of time. It's a very good body of faculty members. Then the students. So we are doing online cultural fest this time, and students are always proactive. That the panel discussions generally we have in our AD studios are bombarded with questions. Sometimes we have to say, okay, now we need to work on certain things. Let's stop questions now. So the body of a student is also, they are also looking forward to, getting involved in all the processes. And these 3 things make this college a wonderful environment and wonderful institution to work with.
Okay, ma'am. So let me ask the final question for the day.
Yeah.
Any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and aspiring students, ma'am?
Yes. Hard work, a very strong desire to learn, commitment to environment, to especially architecture student, and to work towards sustainability cause. These are a few things that one should keep on working. One should never look for shortcuts or cutting corners. These are my very strong advice to all the future architects. The strong learning curve always takes you at a very higher level. At my age, I'm still learning a lot of things. Like this year, we moved from physical classes to online classes. Nobody knew. At my age, I had to ask what to do, how to do. And then there were people who were So there were people who searched for the program that we can work on, how to work on. So the learning should never stop in anybody's life. People should keep learning. This is one thing. Reading is also very important. People should keep reading and enhance your knowledge base. These are a few of the advice which I give to everybody. And a very sincere advice would be, never think that you are indispensable. So people should know that, you are never indispensable. This sense of, indispensability brings in the ego. That, without me, nothing will happen. That sense is a bad thing. So that ego is bad. Always keep learning, be humble. These are my few words to future architects.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. This was certainly an insightful session.
Thank you. Thank you, Aditya, for inviting me on your forum. Thanks a lot.